Ambulance booth 5747. I'm here with Jeff Zook from IDEX Fire Safety. We're going to go over the Braun MasterTech FleetConnect. I'm going to let Jeff kind of take over this and go from here.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Because what we're reviewing here is the MasterTech FleetConnect system. And this is all built on the Microsoft Cloud. And what this is doing is this is giving the ability for Braun as a builder to support a Braun customer anywhere across the world. So what you're seeing on the map on this representation is green dots, which means that a Braun vehicle is healthy and there's nothing wrong. Or as you come into here and you filter on out of service vehicles, what Braun can do is then come in and actually see in real time if you have a truck down. So red dot means bad. Red dot means something needs to be fixed. And what's powerful about this is imagine in Van Wert, Braun has a massive TV up, and all the Braun ambulances across the country, they can watch the status of the green and the red light. And so as soon as something flips red, they can go in and actually proactively touch that truck from anywhere through this dashboard. And you as an end user at the fire department can actually go and request service from Braun through the dashboard. So here, for example, let's say you're getting a really nasty engine code. You have to notify whoever is your dealer for a Braun ambulance or Braun themselves. You come in here and you can say, I want to notify my dealer, I want to notify Braun. My truck is now down. And then I put in a severity. It's critical, it's medium, it's low. And then I add a description and I say email that person that I'm going to notify and hit save. And then when you do that, what that's doing is that's turning you from green to red on the map. And as soon as that happens, your dealer and Braun as a builder immediately know what to do. Now when that happens, the view here is a vehicle list, and what this is a view of all the vehicles that are in your purview as a user of the dashboard. And so if you're Braun as an entity, Braun is going to see every Braun ambulance that they've built and deployed with the FleetConnect system in it. If you're a Braun dealer, when you log in, you're going to see the vehicles that are assigned to you as that dealer. If you're at the department, you're only going to see your Braun ambulances at the department. So what you're seeing here is a view from Braun to say, here are all the vehicles out in the country. What we're going to do is we're going to click on one, and you get taken to the new dashboard for a living, breathing Braun ambulance that's connected to the cloud. And so this is actually the Van Wert truck here in the booth. And the first thing is these pieces of information are identified around cards. And so this first one is around chassis information. This is fully supporting all OBD2 diagnostic messages. Anything around engine hours, oil levels, all those sort of things that can throw a check engine light to come on. And then what's really unique about this is a couple of things. So one, is that you now have the ability to stream a Braun ambulance live to the internet and to the cloud. And so when you do that, what you're doing is you're showing information in real time. So here, for example, in the MasterTech system, this is the electrical multiplex system inside of a Braun ambulance. And so the very simple things like, can I change the flash pattern? Why, when I press my button, why don't my right seam lights turn on? These are all things that are controlled by the electrical system. And these are some things that cause the most common downtime issues for an ambulance. And so here what we're showing is the fact that we're now streaming for the first time ever live MasterTech diagnostic messages up on a dashboard that you can touch with your fingers. So as Braun is looking at this, if your truck is red and they need to help you, if they determine that you actually need an over-the-air program update or a firmware flash, they can come in here, click upload firmware, and they can actually go in, grab a design file of your vehicle, and select the node inside of that ambulance and actually submit a secure over-the-air update to that vehicle. So imagine in Van Wert, they're taking a MasterTech design file, they're putting it up to the Microsoft Cloud, and they're securely flashing a Braun ambulance, for example, in California. That has never been done before, never been seen, and that is something that would be explicitly unique for Braun in the ambulance space. On the other side, if you're a technician or a mechanic at the vehicle and you need to understand how the truck was programmed, what's connected to what outputs controlling what light, just sort of all that inertia and kind of uneasiness about what's going on, all the documentation that's associated with the vehicle is now directly at your fingertips. here what we're showing is an I/O sheet for the MasterTech multiplex system. And so if you're looking at a node and you need to know what the design was, and you want to know what pin was tied to what output at what amperage, all this sort of technical sort of minutia that you have to understand, all of this stuff is now right at your fingertips. So as a mechanic or a technician, imagine being at a Braun ambulance, pulling out your phone, bringing up this, going to the dashboard, connecting live, and doing all this.
So what we're doing here is we're basically giving time back to you. And so when we're giving you time back, you don't have to spend time looking for all this different stuff anymore. So we'll tell them that.
Or ask the question.
Hey Jeff, don't want to cut you off. I have a question. Can you customize your control panel with this system?
Can you customize the control panel?
Yeah, they're asking a question. Can you customize the control panel?
Yeah, so all this is customizable. So whether it's different types of graphics, you want to import different cards. And the one thing that's nice about this system is the fact that it is built as an open platform. And what that means is that as different things want to be integrated into the FleetConnect platform, whether it's a drug lockbox or it's other components, other CAN networks that might exist on a vehicle, all of those things can be integrated into FleetConnect and they'll appear on these different type of cards. And so the system was purposely made to be open and not a closed system. So you're starting off with the basic chassis OBD2 and the basic MasterTech multiplex messages. But as this thing grows and evolves and other things come in, it grows. So the other thing I wanted to show quickly too is this concept of run reports. So what you're seeing here is an activity log, and what this is the MasterTech system is recording, the FleetConnect system is recording every second, every event that's happening inside of a Braun ambulance. And so it's concatenating a document every second, play-by-play, playback of everything that's happening. So for example, this one here is actually an OBD2 check engine light that's on. And what it's telling you is where it's coming from, but it's also giving you in English about what the code actually is. So this one's actually engine exhaust gas pressure. So traditionally when your check engine light's on and you look it up, it'll give you a code that says 24824. And then you have to go look up what that code means. Here, it gives you the exact piece of English that actually makes you diagnose it quicker. And so what's good about this as well is if you're getting a ghost problem in a truck, you're getting a constant check engine lights, you're not quite sure what's leading up to it, you can get these run reports, see that error, and then backtrack 4 or 5 steps, and you can get your kind of aha moment and say, that's what's causing it, that's what's causing that problem. So that is really a nice feature. Again, the last thing I'll stress with this too is that I have mentioned a couple times that it's been built on Microsoft's cloud. So Microsoft, as a partner for IDEX Fire and Safety, has fully supported the implementation here for Braun. And the reason that we're building this on Microsoft's cloud is 2 fundamental reasons, and that is scalability and security. Those are the 2 main drivers for why we did that. And so we, as a provider of electronics, and Braun as a provider of an ambulance, that's our sweet spots. But when you come to security and cloud and data and privacy, Microsoft that's their sweet spot. And so this thing is built on a platform that is scalable and secure. And so as you start to get this as in a Braun ambulance, the FleetConnect system, you can have some sort of sense of comfort that the people that are controlling how this thing is connecting to the internet is not someone who's not natively an expert at that. And so we've done that on purpose. And so I'll turn it back over maybe to Jason here for some questions.
So we got another question on top of the other. Can you change what the buttons do with this on the control panel? For example, add or delete fog light buttons, anything like that within this?
In here? Yeah, so what this is basically a map of every data point that's available. And so if you want to know, for example, if some of those buttons are tied into the MasterTech multiplex system, when you go into the multiplex system and you do live diagnostics, you can basically send messages to simulate turn on, turn off. And so it's a very similar concept you've been doing with the MasterTech diagnostics multiplex in the past. And so this is not meant to be a static representation of this is the only information that exists. It's just a representation of this exact ambulance that we have in the booth. And so as you start to onboard this and there's certain pieces of data that you want to customize, that power is available to you as a user.
Excellent. So I think what we're going to do now is kind of show you the new screen that comes with this system. We'll have Jeff kind of zoom in on that, and we'll take a look at it. We'll show you kind of how that works, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Okay, so inside the vehicle here, what we're also showing is this is the new MasterTech in-cab screen. And so you can see it's significantly different from a traditional MasterTech screen. So the traditional MasterTech screen was 7 inches, and it had large blue buttons around the outside. This is now a fully integrated 10-inch, fully touch, fully swipe, fully gesturing screen. And so for example, if you want to get to emergency lights, you swipe right and turn these on and off. And so all of this gesturing and sort of the rich graphics that exists now is something brand new from not only IDEX Fire and Safety, but as a view and experience inside of a Braun ambulance. And so you can imagine this sort of elegant screen now, much more integrated into the dash in different sizes, whether it's a 10-inch, a 12-inch, a 7-inch, a 5-inch. And so these are now debuting on a Braun ambulance. We as IDEX Fire and Safety provide the hardware, but the design is all coming from Braun. So it's a really elegant screen. It's much more integrated in the dash, and I think you're really going to like the experience of it. And sort of it's much more around how you use these products today. So your phones, your tablets, we're all used to gesturing and touching and swiping and deleting. This is now giving you the ability to do that. So it's much more natural when you're driving the vehicle to actually do those maneuvers.
They got it during football season.
What? I would like to close this off by first thanking IDEX and Jeff Zook for coming over and helping us with this video. We would like for you to, if you have any questions, please come to 5747 Braun Ambulance booth. Get a hold of us at Braun. This is definitely an industry first, something that you definitely want to check out for your department. We're bringing the booth to you. Please join us tomorrow as well. We will be here till 5 o'clock tonight, so come by and see us if you guys have any questions on this.
Thank you.
Thank you.